Writer Olivia Tim says a staggering 40% of marriages are now doomed to end in divorce, despite the bad press. Divorce is bad for your health, bad for your purse, and particularly bad for your children. It is apparent that divorce causes financial and health issues as well as complications within children. Timms also states that any couple locked in a violent relationship would be better off without each other. But for the vast majority of couples with children, divorce will bring a whole new set of problems. It is better to resolve your problems initially than to create new ones. Families in the process of divorce cause harm to their living environment because kids are negatively impacted, financial well being degenerates, and family members' health may become worse. A divorce can impact children in some of the worst ways. They are heartbroken by their parents splitting. According to Sangster, writer and editor for New York Times, divorce strikes a cruel blow at the happiness of childhood and inflicts an unmerited approach upon little ones who were called into the world by fathers and mothers whose self-will no longer permits them to live together in peace. The relationship between the parent and the child may be affected in a negative way. The children will possibly be forced to make a hard decision and choose between their parents. Their happiness is interrupted and they cannot do anything about it. Emery, psychology professor at the University of Virginia, stated divorce can also strain parent child relationships, lead to lost contact with one parent, create economic hardships, and increase conflicts between parents, including legal conflicts. If a child decides to stay with their mother, they may not be able to have direct contact with their father, forcing a negative impact on their relationship. These factors contribute to a strained relationship between the parent and the child. It can cause confusion and problems in both of their lives. Divorce can also cause a negative change in the child's behavior. Children, mainly those who are problematic, tend to evolve issues with disobedience, anger, and rule violations. The outcome is the behavior of the child changes negatively because of the divorce. Pighart, a psychologist in private counseling and author, states that the more independent-minded adolescents tend to deal with more aggressively to divorce, often reacting in a mad, rebellious way. More resolved to disregard family discipline and take care of himself since parents have failed to keep commitments to family that were originally made. In conclusion, the child alters their behavior completely, making them difficult to control. They become more isolated from their family and become independent at an early age. Another side effect of divorce includes families' financial well-being degenerating. As Wall, co-founder of Wife.org and originator of What Women Need to Know About Divorce, stated, expenses will begin to mushroom as soon as the divorce process starts. Legal fees, court costs, therapist bills, new living expenses, and myriad other costs will drain your financial resources. The result is both the love of your life and the money will be lost. Distributing property and finances during divorce is one of the hardest parts. This is a stressful process that can cause people to forget about important things like their credit. It is important to establish and maintain good credit, especially when going through a divorce. Most couples who are going through a divorce cannot agree on financial issues and usually end up in court. The judge is careless about their emotions most of the time and do what they think is right, no matter what they think. The outcome is that they will most likely not get what they want. In the long run, neither party will be happy with the results of the process. Lastly, the repercussions of divorce may include family members' health declining. The authors of The Health Effects of Divorce Can Be Both Detrimental and Beneficial, Palmer and Buett, states that according to Harvard Medical School, divorced men have a 37% chance higher of getting bad health than married men. Studies also show that stress from divorces can cause inflammation, which is a risk for cardiac problems. With that being said, men who have gone through divorce have a higher risk of inflammatory markers than married men. It is apparent that divorce can cause life-threatening health conditions. A divorce causes serious health problems in women just as bad as it does men. To conclude, divorce can hurt families financially, physically, and mentally. The reality and results of divorce are dramatic changes that some people do not prepare themselves for. They will have to work extra hard to replace the money that was lost. On top of that, They have to go through possible health problems and the children's negative reaction to the divorce all at once. The downfall is your health, child's well being, and your financial state. It's not worth it.